We back. Buckeye Steppas podcast, episode 26. Man, amazing day for the Buckeyes, man. The national champs. Today was pro day for the Buckeyes, man. That's the guys that's entering the draft. And great day for the guys, man. Definitely can't wait to get to talk to the guys and get them on here, man, so we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But it's definitely lit, man. We got a lot to cover tonight. So much to go over. Um, got some commitments. Some commitments. This man Tyler Bowen is cooking. He is cooking, man, for sure, man. Tyler Bowen been cooking crazy lately. And a lot of motion though for us, the 2026 class in recruiting. There you
What
go.
up?
Yes,
What up? What
yes,
up?
sir. What's good? What's popping? What's popping? Yeah,
Yeah, Mike.
man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Tony should be hopping on in a second. He is handling something. But yeah, man. Crazy day today, man. And pro
Oh,
day
right in the
today.
future.
Yeah,
Shout out
pro
T Bowen.
day.
Shout out
Tyler
T
Bowen
Bowen.
is cooking,
Hey,
bro.
go.
Like he
Hey,
is
T Bone,
cooking.
you killing it. Go get me Micah Smith though.
Hey, yeah,
Shout out to T
yeah.
Bone. I doubted you. You made me eat my words. You have continued to make me do that. Two today. Two big ones this last 2 days. Um, keep it going. We need Micah Smith. And and
Yeah,
and and potentially Tommy Tofi or Tofi, however you say that, whatever.
yeah,
He definitely, yeah.
yeah, yeah. We gonna talk about him later on. I definitely was watching film on him. I'm definitely was impressed. It's like, man, it's like Tyler Bowen is going after these tackles crazy, man. He's like, I don't care. We want all the tackles.
All the damn tackles.
Like, but I mean, honestly though, with okay, I guess I could go ahead and announce it since I'm waiting for Tony to come on. But obviously. The other day we got a big commit from Sam Greer, a highly anticipated commit for real, a well needed and well deserved commit for the Buckeyes. Sam Greer, man, 6'7", 310 pounds from Archbishop Hoban High School up there in Ohio. Man, this was a huge get. I was excited about this. It was kind of crazy, bro, because like. I, they was because he had a visit. He visited the other day, and then he came back the same day that he committed, and then they crystal balled him like Steve Wilfong. He crystal balled him that day, and then was
Shout out
popping with
to
you. Yeah,
Yo,
he with Steve Wilfong crystal balls him girl to the Buckeyes. Then I was listening to Bucknuts, morning five. Shout out to Bill Kerlek. You know what I'm saying? He was saying that Sam Greer, is really, highly on Ohio State, and then just boom out of nowhere, he commits. And Tyler Bowen, the expression of Tyler Bowen in the video was funny, man. Like he was so excited about that, man, for real. Like it was just crazy just seeing Tyler Bowen out the gate. Maxwell Riley, Sam Greer, like literally the best tackle in Ohio, one of the best tackles in the country, let alone in the 2026 class. He plays
facts.
basketball for Archbishop Hoban. Man, posting people up like he Tim Duncan out there, man. And he played nasty. Like he had a real nasty attitude playing out there as an offensive lineman needs for sure. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about Sam Greer. I was real excited about that commit because I was like, man, we gotta get Sam Greer, man, for real. Like it was real key to get him. And leads
Facts.
into Tyler Bowen cooking once again with another commitment today, man.
Tucker Smith.
Tucker Smith, man, from Glendale, Arizona. Um, he's a three-star offensive line. He's a tackle. You know what I'm saying? 3-star IOL. Just committed today, obviously. I personally, he's 6'5", 280. I think it's somewhere like I watched this footage before we came on and stuff because the commitment literally came up like just came up like literally like 40 minutes ago. And I went on there and I was watching this footage and I'm like, he was kind of slow footed a little bit, like very physical. He got decent technique. He's definitely a development guy. You know what I'm saying? I think he could be a great potential like guy at guard. So it's a potential
They
that
got to
they
put
could
some
move
weight
him
on
at
him
guard.
regardless. I feel like
Oh
280 a
yeah,
little.
he when he come to Ohio
280
State,
at
Mickey
six
Variety gonna
five
get them
is
together.
small, low key, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not worried about like Mickey when you get to Ohio State, they gonna get you together. Like you gonna be well fit for sure when you come to Ohio State for sure. That's a fact. Yeah. But I'm excited about Tucker Smith, though. I think moving him to guard. The crazy part about this offer that I noted, because I had to put this in notes when I was doing my research on him a little bit, they just offered Tucker Smith 4 days ago. Tyler Bowen offered him 4 days ago. And I was hearing some people talk about him a few days ago, but then I was like, I kind of, just let everything, go by. Then boom, today, all of a sudden, he commits today. You know what I'm saying as well. So that's three offensive linemen in the 2026 class, man, from Tyler Bowen within a week. Bro, I knew this hire was gonna be great. And the crazy part, like Tyler Bowen, he's there. Like this man. Let me say this: this man Ryan Davis on some Nick Saban shit right now, bro. He on some Nick
Man, let's
Saban shit,
pump the
bro.
brakes. You know I'm
No,
a
no,
big
no, 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 no. Hold on, listen to me. I ain't saying far as like the championships and all of that. I'm talking about how he's moving far as like picking his coaches. Like as far as how he's picking his coaches. Like he got Tyler Bowen as the offensive lineman. He's the head offensive lineman coach. But they got of course you able to have extra assistants now. So he got three assistants that guys that coach in the NFL and in college to help with the O line to develop the O line and work with the O line and stuff along with Tyler Bowen. Like this is going to work so well with Tyler Bowen, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking like, damn, how long we gonna be able to keep this guy, man? Because if he cook up, and be good, these next 2 3 years, Tyler Bowen may be getting hired on somewhere else, man, at a higher place, man, for real, man. But I like what Tyler Bowen is doing. I'm definitely well impressed for
I
sure.
don't
Definitely
think it
impressed.
takes. I don't think it'll take 2 or 3 years for people to come gone.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. We were talking about firing Justin Fry mid-season, and by the end of the season, he was getting an NFL job. Let's just say, like, even the slightest success or change of course at Ohio State, get him somebody a job offer. Tony, what you think? How long you think Tyler Bowen will be here for the other teams come calling?
Before they come knocking,
Yeah,
I think he got a couple years.
2, 3, like Cam said.
I think he got a couple years in him. My bad, I'm a little distracted, a little preoccupied. I think he got a couple years in him though for sure.
Lock in.
I would say you just never know. You never know with these guys for real, man. I want to say everything in me want to say like 3 or 4 for real. Just because I think when a lot of coaches come or when coaches come, they buy into the culture and they actually want to stick around. Like nothing in my mind tell me Jim Knowles really wanted to leave. Like you know what I mean? They just threw the bag at him and you know what I mean the opportunity and otherwise. But you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I'm gonna just say 2. I'm gonna just lock in for 2 years, just cause like I think I think they gonna show out this year. I think the offensive line is really gonna like take a stride forward versus what I mean the past few years. And next year I think they'll duplicate it and be what I mean strong, even stronger for sure. Like I had some doubts. I had some doubts with the offensive line like coming in the spring, but after seeing different different clips about different prospects he's going after, and seeing what he and what Patricia would like to contribute to the program, and just hearing the way they talk about the program is like, all right, I think we on to something. Well, I think Ryan Day's on to something. And real talk, definitely building the daytime dynasty. He on his Nick Saban shit right now. I'm definitely gonna agree with that. You feel me? Definitely on his Nick Saban shit. So I just anxious to see him in the spring for sure, so I can actually like be feel convinced. But right now I definitely got a lot of faith. I'm high up on what Bowen's doing with the line, and what I'm hearing about guys coming back, and what I'm hearing about guys incoming. So
Yeah, man. So
Yes.
yeah, man. Salute to Tyler Bowen, man. You know what I'm saying? One of the hottest offensive lineman coach right now in the game, right now in college football, right now. Um, and salute to Sam Greer, and salute to
Hey,
Tucker
welcome,
Smith, man, on
welcome to
committing the last
Buckeye
2 days.
Nation, bro. Welcome to
Welcome
Buckeye
to
Nation.
Buckeye Nation, man. Got to come out here and you got to step on shit now. You feel me?
Don't mess
You know what I'm
up. We'll talk trash on the Facebook posts.
saying? Okay, then. All right, man. So let's get to today, man. We had Ohio State have the pro day, man. Pro day. Crazy day today, man. It was a good day, man. I'm kind of sorry that Jay Crunch and TV ain't on here because they was. I seen them. I see they play. See, they like to go at Will Howard in certain like in certain ways. Like you know what I'm saying? Like TB, he snuck it in there and talk about the little two clips of some writer talking about Will Howard and stuff like that. You know his strengths and weaknesses and all of that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they be picking that Will Howard, man. Them guys is funny guys, man. Real funny guys. But I I was impressed today, man. It was 142 NFL representatives today, six head coaches and five GMs at the pro day at Ohio State today, man. That's amazing, man. All for them guys, man. A Mecca. We could talk about a Mecca. A Mecca ran 4.48 in the 40.
Fire.
Pretty solid. Pretty solid. You know what I mean? And he looked good out there in drills and stuff, and running around and with routes with Will Howard stuff as well. You know what I mean? What y'all think about Emeka today?
I think he proved that
I
he's an
thought he
elite
was
route runner.
I, I thought he was faster than fucking 4 or 5, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe like low 4.4.
I mean,
His
like this
team.
my thing. This my thing about it. My thing about it is um the fact that his game feel like the game speed don't reflect always to the 40 speed for real. You know what
Man,
I mean?
prime example of that from this year is that number 7 from Miami. That little dude looks fast on the field, but he just ran a
Yeah,
4.8. A
West
4.8.
Strapo, and dude
I didn't
is
want to say.
way faster than
I knew that
4.8.
was his name. I just didn't want to say it wrong. You know, I hate doing that.
Yeah, because I shared it in the group, and I was like 4.8, 4.7 is 4.8. I'm
It
like,
was
he
almost
don't look like he
4.9.
run
It
no
was a
4.7, 4.8.
4.86.
Oh,
He
that,
ran a
that was
four.
crazy,
He
bro.
ran
He
a
don't look
four
like
eight
he run
six.
that. He don't look like he run that, bro. That is crazy. That's nasty work for real. But Yeah, man, the neck will look short. You know what I'm saying today? Josh Simmons, 33
Ah,
bench reps today.
you stole my little thing. I have it written
Uh,
down.
yeah, Josh Simmons, 33 bench reps today, man. What you do? Very impressive, man. I mean, I think me personally, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think the bench rep stuff, like for us in the pro days and the combine, it ain't that meaningful to me. That crazy. It's cool, but it ain't that meaningful. But 33 reps
Yeah,
rep by Josh Simmons, impressive. What y'all think about that?
go ahead, T.
Josh Simmons is an ox.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. I want. Hold on, real quick. Let me double back. Let me spin on Mecca because I wasn't done with dude. I definitely agree. Like, 40 speed don't translate into game speed. But nobody catches dude at all. Like nobody. He does not get like. I can't recall a time I seen him get ran down, bro. I'm still kind of stuck on like 4 or 5 for my guy. I don't care how they try to
I mean, I just
pinpoint
seen him
four
get
four
caught up,
four
man. But
four
I
eight is
mean,
4 or 5, bro.
he's like it's so crazy. Like he's like definitely Jackson Smith and Jig, but like reincarnated for real. I mean, like they,
Uh,
they they both got they got the similar game.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Definitely got
Like, cause the
def-
Mecca can play on the outside and he can play on the inside, but he's a killer on the inside, playing in the slot.
yeah, they definitely mirror each other's game for sure.
But
But
Josh Simmons, I think today with the pro day with the 33 bench reps, I think he definitely possibly locked himself in for sure as a first round guy. I mean, even with the injury, no, he'd be a first round guy.
yeah, I'm Saudi.
Yeah,
I'm Saudi we didn't get a, full season from him
yeah.
to see like the full transition from San Diego State to ending to his
I mean,
ending at
well,
his Buckeye.
He played great his junior year. In the start of the season, he was looking sharp. I mean, he was playing great. And I mean, he's if he would have played if he wouldn't have got hurt, he probably would have been the first tackle off the board. But right now, he's probably gonna be like the second or third tackle off the board in the first round.
I would say probably third,
Probably
but
third. Yeah, I
yeah,
like
I think
second or
that the
third.
33 was kind of impressive for real. I thought that was dope.
He's an ox child.
Facts. What Josh Fire looks sharp out there. I can say. G Scott, man, G Scott. I remember I watched a little bit, like a little clip of his interview after the pro day. He was basically saying he was giving it his all out there, which is, you know, they got him ranked as an undrafted guy right now. But hopefully he can, possibly get signed on as an undrafted free agent, or he can sneak in there as a late round, guy. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Him or I think
Come
Josh
on,
Fire
guys,
might get.
down to
He might.
Dallas.
I think Josh Fry might mess around to get drafted for some reason.
You know I'm
They
how you know I'm
they're literally like the only two like outside kind of looking in other than the other guys that we had.
you know I'm how G Scott, man. I just think, man, he's a gem for real. Just might take like the right situation for him. I don't even think the situation matters for real. I think if they use him to his ability, bro, he's a guy on any team, on any of the 32 teams, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. The thing with what I read about him is they're not impressed with his route tree. He don't
Yeah, that's
have an
what I
extended
think.
route tree as a tight end like like a Coast and Loveland. You know what I
I think
mean?
that's what
A
Ty. I think
Tyler
that's
Don't
what Ty
compare
Ward.
him to
Matt
that.
said.
That's not fair. Let's not do that.
I'm just saying like that's what they kind
Fuck Michigan.
of. Well, that's what it kind of is with him. And then kind of like they said like he got short arms as far as blocking in the NFL and stuff. With the tall edge rushers with long reach and everything. So we'll see, man. I'm definitely rooting big for G Scott, man, for sure.
I would
Trey
I would
Trey looks sharp.
I wouldn't use him. I wouldn't use. He's not a guy I would use against big D ends and shit though. He's a guy I would
I
use
mean, you
like.
gonna have to block as a tight end in this field. Like,
Well, I mean, not
like,
necessarily.
yes, you are.
Not
No,
not
it ain't
not
going for that. If
necessarily.
you in
Not
the NFL
necessarily
and you
D
playing tight
ends.
end, you gonna have to block.
You don't
And
gotta necessarily
he's
block
not a
D ends
receiving.
though.
He's not a true. He ain't no Antonio Gates.
I'm
He
nobody's
ain't.
saying
He's
he
not that.
is.
That's what I'm
He's a
saying. Like
receiving.
you, if he's
He's
not
a
going,
receiving
listen to me.
guy.
Listen to me. If he's
He's
not
a
going to block,
receiving guy.
if
No,
you're
I'm
not
not
going to
listening to
block,
you.
no, listen to me. If you're not going to block, you better be a hell of a receiving tight end like you Isaiah Likely. And
Yeah.
sorry, but not sorry. G Scott's not that. I gotta be real. He showed
I
it
think
for us in
I think
college,
his I think his
but can he
athleticism
do
is
it
better
at
than
an
Isaiah
NFL
Likely.
level? I don't know. I'm rooting
Bro,
for him though. I'm definitely
listen.
rooting for him.
His athleticism is past Isaiah Likely, bro. Isaiah Likely is not.
Bro,
He just
you
got
high right
he
now?
got he got Mark.
You
Listen,
high
he
right
got
now?
Mark. No, he got Mark
You
Andrews on the other side of
fried,
him, bro.
bro. He's
He's not.
not even the
He's not
athleticism is not
fucking,
even
bro.
close.
G Scott is way faster than him out of breaks and everything, bro. Let's not do this, bro. Let's not do this, bro.
All right, let's
That
end the
nigga's not like.
conversation. Let's move
Let,
forward because this
Let's
ain't
go
gonna
to
no.
get
another
nowhere.
tight end conversation.
Stop selling G
Let's
Scott
go to it.
short,
Let's
bro.
go. All right,
Tight end.
so
Stop selling
um,
G Scott short, bro.
all right, so Travion, man, he looked sharp in drills out there today. Jordan Hancock, Denzel Burke. Um, hey, Jordan Hancock cut his hair, man. By the way, that was kind of crazy. I noticed that he cut his
Hey,
hair.
listen. I want to get the Will Howard for real, man, cause we got
Hold
two
on, and
guys
then
that's
I got
not
to
in the
talk about everybody else.
we got
Lathan
we
Ransom,
got two guys
Lathan
that's not in the
Ransom.
rotation. We got two guys that's not in the rotation right now, conveniently.
Yeah, hold on, hold
Um,
on, hold on. Hold on. Let me finish. But Lathan Ransom, he looked sharp out there as well, man. Today, man. So like, a lot of the
of
guys look
course.
sharp, and I wanted to end out the pro day talk. Oh yeah, by the way, Jack Sawyer, JTT, looked amazing out there today. Hey, Jack Sawyer slimmed down a little bit too, man. He trimmed the weight down a little bit, man. He looked sharp out there, man. And I wanted to end out the pro day talk with Will Howard, man, as y'all can go
Is
ahead and shoot off with Will Howard
hold
today.
on, hold on. Is Jack Sawyer or JTT still available at pick 17?
They both
Mm,
are.
I mean, they both will, but I don't. If the Bengals not going to get them.
That's
I don't see the
wow.
Bengals. The Bengals is not. I don't see the Bengals. If they go edge in the first round, it's a possibility, but
That's wow.
one of them, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You
That's
better
It
use
wow.
depends.
every pick that you got on defense. You better not pick a single offensive player.
That's wow.
But that's not what we're talking about. Let's discuss
Yeah.
this.
Will
Like
Howard.
we said, don't hold the NFL combine too hard against Mr. Howard because when he with the receivers that just like he gonna be in the NFL, he gonna be with the same receivers every day. And he know them like the back of his hand. He throw to them on point, accurate, looked great. I definitely would say I think he redeemed himself in my opinion, and I was a strong disbeliever in that he'd be able to do that, and I think that he did.
Yeah, you ain't believe he's gonna get it done today?
No, I said that when we were talking about it at the draft. I was like, I hope you do, but unfortunately, I don't know that you will after watching that. He definitely did.
Like I said, bro, I don't take too much into the NFL combine so much as a lot of other people do. Like, yeah, he missed a few throws in the combine, No, he's throwing to wide receivers that he's not familiar with, and I said he's going to do a whole lot better when he comes to the pro day. And he was 65 for 67, only two drop passes in the pro day today, man. You know what I'm saying? And throwing beautiful deep balls out there, man. Throwing dots, like, and you know what I'm saying? He's throwing dots to Carnell and Brandon Ennis, by the way, too. And I was like Will Howard. I was impressed, man. He looked sharp out there, man. He looked good, man. I think he definitely is Will Howard a first round quarterback? No, he's not. Is he a second? I think he can be a second, third at the least. That's where I'm at with it, for real, honestly. I think he could be a solid, like he could be a solid guy where like he could develop and be behind a veteran quarterback and maybe be that guy for a franchise possibly. You know what I'm saying? Could he be a future starter? Maybe, but could he be a guy that could be like a career backup? Probably be that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. Maybe it depends what type of system he's in, man.
You know
Like he
what?
gets with a guy like Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly may take him to another level, man. Probably, you know what I'm saying? Like the Raiders would be a good spot for him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Being with Chip Kelly.
I was gonna ask you what system as presently constructed do you think would fit
Uh,
Will best?
Chip Kelly, the Raiders is perfect. That's the most perfect system ever. People keep
So
screaming out like they keep putting out Pittsburgh on around like Pittsburgh may want to pick them up at second or third round or something possibly. I don't know, but
so if you the Raiders, do you pass on Shadur and grab a weapon for Will and go draft Will?
that ain't happening. They ain't gonna pass on no Shador. They want Shador
Is
bad.
it a
That ain't happening.
is it a bad idea though?
It's a bad idea because what if Shador go out there going crazy? He go out
Who
there going
Shadur is not
crazy.
gonna go crazy, bro. He's not. I'm sorry.
I don't want to get in. I ain't trying to get into
I'm
that.
sorry.
All of that. Hey. Let's limit that conversation. I ain't getting into all of that.
I'm
Let's keep it
sorry, man. I don't
straightforward.
know
What we
what
talking
y'all. I don't know what
about?
none of y'all
But
expected.
I'm just
Listen,
saying, in particular for Will Howard, the Raiders would be a good system for him. But if they was to pick a guy in the first round, I mean, then obviously Will Howard's off the board for them. Then you know what I'm saying? Which is like the Raiders is definitely in board right now to get them a guy in the first round right now. Like they're trying to get a guy early. They
I
need
would
a
grab.
franchise quarterback.
I would grab.
But
If it was me, I
I
would grab
I ain't gonna get
Travis.
in. We ain't talking NFL, so fuck them. Let's go.
Grab Travis and then draft Will Howard. I feel like
um.
Will Howard and Chip Kelly got some unfinished business.
Okay. All right. Let's get to some Buckeye talk, man. Let's get to some more. The pro day. I'm really hoping if we can get to 15 guys, if we can get to 15 guys drafted, that ties the Georgia record from a couple years ago for them guys. That's definitely something that we definitely keeping our eye out, on the lookout for as the NFL draft pertaining to the Buckeyes, man, for sure. But next topic, man. Let's get to some. Let me ask this question at the gate to y'all. Can 2025 Zone 6 be the best ever? I seen somebody was talking about this on Twitter the other
No.
day, and it made me think about this particular question. Robert had to ask it to y'all. Can the 2025 Zone 6 wide receiver core be the best ever?
Oh, wide receiving core. I don't know
With
why I thought you.
JJ Tate
Yeah.
and Brandon Ennis and
Uh,
Mylan Graham and Bryson Rogers and company?
I would, I would, I would say it's a high possibility, but only because of the depth. Not so much because because of JJ or I mean
I
Tate
mean,
themselves, but they can go 5 deep if they need to.
yeah, but we said we're
Legit.
talking that. You talking? There's like an obvious five that are better. You got a team that had you know what I'm saying? You're talking Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, JSN, Emeka Abuka, and freshman Marvin Harrison Jr. So that five to me is automatically
Yeah, for
possibly
sure.
better than the five that are standing there. So like I feel like unfortunately I don't think we could I don't know, we'll see. Because if the
Possible.
other rumors that Julian's saying could be the best quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks we've ever had, can he turn up with this team with like this is like a whole roundabout situation. We talking about how good the offensive line could potentially perform this year. So that gives Julian Sand, who's supposed to be this elite, quick draw McGraw quarterback with the fastest, smoothest release that they've ever seen. And that's what people are saying. That's not my statements. I mean, it is a cool release, but that's not my statement. Somebody else's. I'm just saying, like you think about
Right.
like the whole process of it, like the line blocking for him being elite. Could it potentially happen? I guess the answer is yes, but like, is there potential? Yes, but is my opinion that it's going to happen? No, I don't. I just don't know how you beat that team. I mean,
Yeah,
you
that's
have in reality, if Emeka Abuka gets drafted in the first round, that's 5 first rounders in the same wide receiver room. It don't get deeper than that.
yeah.
I'm saying for
Yeah,
us
that
talent wise, like for us talent wise and the potential that this
Still
core
no.
wide receivers for us in 2025 that we got, JJ,
it's
Tate,
possible.
and
I mean,
Ennis, bro,
it's possible.
that's a hell of a core, bro.
Yeah,
And like
but
you said, if JST do his thing and he be on point, bro, this sky is the limit for this offense, bro.
I
And
mean,
them guys,
it's
I I
possible. It's
could say
possible.
Tate. I could say Tate. Don't get it twisted. Tate, I say this year there's a bold prediction. Of course, JJ 1,100, 1,200 plus yards receiving. Um, Tate, I'm gonna have a ball. I'm gonna say he do between like 8 and 9, and it's between like no the 7, like the 6, 7 range.
It's possible. It's possible. But did you hear that room that Ty Matt ran off, bro? That room is crazy, bro. Olave, Wilson, JSN, Marv, Emeka. That room is
That's
crazy,
crazy.
bro.
Oh yeah,
That's
for sure,
crazy, bro. Shit.
for sure.
Hey, I love the five that we got right now, but like
That room is
at that moment,
crazy.
the only one without any like type of playing time was Marv, and I mean that's the only like comparison because Marv was a 3-star at that point. So like if you're talking about when those rosters were those rosters, like on paper, 5 5 stars probably looks better than 2 5 stars, a couple 4 stars, and a 3 star. But like, you know what I'm saying? We got to see their careers pan out. So like I guess in reality this is a difficult conversation. But like right now, there's only one way to see it with what we've seen. You know what I'm saying? And what we've seen is those five are top of the tops. You know what I'm saying? 4 of them are wide receiver ones in the NFL right now. And there's a solid
Right.
possibility that a Mecca could potentially be one before too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on where he gets drafted. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, 5 wide receiver ones or 5 first round draft picks, regardless, is that's an insane room. And I do hope that.
Monty
And if you
Graham,
were to ask
man,
me,
Monty Graham.
do I think that these 5 could potentially become first rounders as well? They're at the Ohio State University. I am a Buckeye Steppa. Of course, I think they could all be first round picks. So, can we revisit this when they're all 5 drafted? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's remember this conversation.
For sure, for
Or
sure, for sure,
A
for
Buckeye,
sure.
we'll call it a Buckeye Steppa revisit. Did this squad 2025 end up beating that class?
Because we're gonna be talking about this zone, no, the 2025 Zone 6, a lot throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? But this leads me to my next question. Do Ohio State have the best tight end room in college football
This year.
this year?
Yeah, listen, and I'm not being biased. Like I tried really hard to say no. Like I tried, I searched, I looked. I'm being serious. I'm not trying to I don't want to just be that biased homer no
I
more.
know.
The answer is
I know,
actually
bro.
yes. The answer is genuinely yes. There's like so like if you look at like the top 10 the projected top 10 tight ends, like that was where I started. You know, they got a kid from Cal and a kid from I want to say Virginia Tech, but I might be wrong. But either way, those are the only two people ahead of Max Clare. And that's them basing him off of what he did at Purdue. Can you imagine what he's going to do? Not double covered with 3 5-star, potentially 4 5-star receivers around him. Do I'm being real. Max Clare is going to go crazy this year, and that's my honest opinion. But like, that's not just like I'm not like you said room. We're not talking. So like in my opinion, we're not caring about Virginia Tech or who I believe it's Virginia Tech, but I might be wrong, or Cal. We're not worried about them in the concept of college football. So if we're talking about teams that matter, we have the best tight end in college football. That he's about to be able to prove on a way better offense, better scheme. But then like the potential of Jelani Thurman now that he's going to get a chance, and then you got Kak Marak. If I probably said his name
Case Merrick.
terrible, however you want to
Case
say it.
Merrick.
And then people are probably forgetting about Lil LeBlanc, dude. You know what I'm saying, dude? Definitely is potentially
Yep.
going to be good.
Max
So
LeBlanc.
he in, he in the room
You
as
got the
well. So
freshman,
like,
Nate Roberts and stuff.
I mean, he'll be a sophomore this year, well, redshirt freshman because he probably redshirted. But you know what I'm saying. Then you got Lennon and somebody else coming in as freshmen. Like, yes, there's not a, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, like I went and looked at like, I went to the two teams that had the players ahead of them. There was another the person in fourth was Penn State's new tight end. Nobody else on their teams ever had a college catch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which again, as I just said that out loud, I don't know how many. I know at least three of ours have college catches and touchdowns at the very least. So, in my opinion, the answer is yes, and I'm being real, 100%. I tried as hard as I could to find a team that has a better room, and I couldn't find it. I'm being serious.
Facts. Facts. Yeah, man. It was. I was thinking about this the other day, man. I had to ask this question too, like, because I was sitting there thinking about the tight end room, on how crazy Keenan Bailey has that tight end room. Just deep with that. As far as like you said, Max Clare, Jelani Thurman, Ben Christian, um,
I had his name written down. I
Cashmere,
forgot to mention him.
yeah, Cashmere. Then you got the younger guys, LeBlanc, and then you got the freshmen, Nate Roberts. So they're the guys. You know what I'm saying? It's tight end you. That's what Keenan Bailey is trying to establish with the tight end room, and I think he's doing a hell of a job doing so. Um, got to get Max Sutter though. Got to get Max Sutter. But um, yeah, yeah,
Gotta have him.
yeah. I'm definitely I can't think of no any other room as well, man. This is definitely the best tight end room in college football, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm really high on Jelani Thurman this year, man. Like I see how much he's maturing. They say that he's maturing probably up there right now. He's working harder than he has in the past. They said he was kind of lackluster as far as putting in the
I
work,
mean, he was a
which is that was
freshman.
kind of keeping. Who Jelani last year?
Yeah.
Nah. But he's going into his third year.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's going into his third year. Yep, because you remember he was already there before Eric came. He came, but he came the year before Eric came. Eric was last year, so he came in 2023.
I'm getting old, bro. Years run together at this point.
Yeah, I don't now. Did they red shirt him? I don't. I'm not sure. I had to look it up real quick. But I
Right.
know he's in his third year though for sure. But I'm impressed with Jelani Thurman, man. How well he's improving, and I'm just really hopeful for him to have a big season this year, along with Max Clear. Of course, Max Clear, he's going to be the premier guy at tight end for as far as the room, of course. But you will see him, Kazmir, Ben Christian, and Jelani Thurman. You'll see all four of them rotate. They all four will be rotating and play. They all four of them going to play. No, because Keenan Bailey plays all of the tight ends. He makes sure them tight ends get some work in. So that's one position that's not getting held back. That he's going to make sure a majority of that room plays,
What's your
especially
opinion,
with a
Tony?
lot of the packages that we have.
You think we got the best wide receiver room
Tight end.
or tight end? Of course, we got the best wide receiver room. I said the wrong thing. I think you're.
You
Yeah,
got
I
it on
think
mute.
so. I think so. I'm kind of, I'm kind of biased when it comes to Will Case Merrick too. So I mean, without question, really. I was a little down on Thurman last year. I saw him drop a few balls. Put a Gave me some great disdain. I hope he get his act together this year. And from what you said, it seems to be so. Um, he definitely got the in game experience though, nonetheless. So uh, him and Case Merritt. So with adding Max Clare, man, I think without too much doubt,
How
all
much you?
Julian saying got all Julian saying got to do is go in there and be Will Harris this year, bro. And I think I think with the guys we got on offense, we make another run for sure. For sure. Like I'm I knew I had a feeling it was gonna happen this year, but I'm almost for certain it's gonna happen this year. I mean last year, but I'm almost for certain it's gonna happen this year. Um, and due largely into part, my bad, bro. Due largely into part because we got Max Clear. Julian Sand, I believe, is gonna use that guy as a safety blanket in critical moments, and I think having him will definitely show its benefits sooner rather than later. But yeah, that's all I got. Go ahead, Tom, man.
I was going to figure out what I was going to say. No, I didn't. I would go as far as saying I think that we'd have had the best wide receiver room even if Max Clare wouldn't have transferred here. It's like
Yeah,
one of those the rich getting richer situations.
facts.
Because like you
Factory
said,
settings.
I think that Will is nasty. I think Jelani is, what I'm saying? I don't really hold too many, like, he didn't really get a whole lot of attempts this year based on, like, he was the backup. G. Scott was the main tight end, and mostly we ran it or threw it to our elite wide receivers. So, like, I feel like part of the reason you feel that way about Jelani Thurman is based on I bet he had less than 20 targets on the year. So, like, four big drops look really intense when you only got 20
Facts.
targets. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
but like you had to add, he had a couple elite catches that put us ahead in games. You know what I'm saying? Got us first downs and stuff. So I think that, you know what I'm saying, potentially in an offense that could potentially, with the tight ends that are presented to us, put more emphasis on a tight end this year, maybe. Not that that is a necessity, but like that's not really something we had the ability to do last year when we were playing G Scott. I know you're saying don't sleep on G Scott. We're not. I love G Scott. He's one of my favorite Buckeyes ever, just on how he was as a leader and how he carried himself. And I'm just an honest. I'm just an honest dude. Max Clare and Jelani Thurman, and I guess what will be his junior year if I'm standing corrected, and Will Castameric. Yeah, I'm actually really excited. I hope that they utilize the room that they have. That's where I would end that conversation myself. I hope they utilize what they have,
Right.
and you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, then. All right, so question, man. Um, question. Another question I seen on the internet, man. You know, I'll be watching and seeing a lot of stuff on the internet, man. And this be making me think of certain questions and stuff on the pod. Um, is Ohio State the most hated team in college football, man?
No, I
You don't
mean,
think
Top
so?
three, top three.
yeah. This is what I would say. Like the other teams that I would say are potentially in the argument are like Alabama, Notre Dame, and Ohio State. And maybe more recently, you could add Michigan to that conversation because they were real quiet for a long time. So, like, nobody really cared. And I think, like, this is the thing that people are mistaking. Like, a lot of hate, like the gentleman said on the conversation I seen today, a lot of the hate comes because we're winners. But, like, most of the hate that I see online comes based on how the fan base carries themselves. I'm gonna call myself guilty of said situation. I'm definitely like a arrogant, like in your face Buckeyes fan. Like I take Buckeyes stepping with pride. I'm gonna step in your face over it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a real statement. Um, I, I think that it's based on fan bases. So like I would have to add Michigan to it now because like everybody really tired of hearing them talk like they're this elite blue blood program and like pre 1938 you got like one of the worst records in college football,
I
so
mean,
we're not going to
let me.
discuss that.
The thing about Michigan, it ain't hate with them. They people try to
Delusional.
distract hate for facts with them. Like Michigan fan base is delusional as hell. Like it don't get no
Delusional.
delusional to them. Like for real. So like with them, like I don't. It's no hate with them because right now they're in the middle of like literally one of the biggest college football scandals of all time. Right now, like as we speak. So
It's
it's not no hate right now. Like they did that shit to themselves, and we gonna talk about them shortly too, because they got. I got some new updates about them.
That
Um,
fan, that fan base is horrible though. I will say Michigan, like, like I had like Michigan was a. I had like some type of admiration for him for being like our nemesis. You know how like you respect your
your
rival
rival,
type
yeah.
thing. I had that for him up until like a couple years ago. I absolutely hate him, bro. I hate him. I hate him. Like
I ain't
passionately.
never had no love for
I,
them.
I hate him bad.
Never.
And I got a couple coworkers over at the job, man. They big Florida State fans. They hate Michigan bad. Like bad. They from Kentucky. You hear me? They from the middle of Kentucky somewhere.
Michigan.
They hate
I'm gonna
Michigan
say this
bad.
about Michigan. Hey, and I might have to clip this up. Michigan fans is like Devin Haney fans. They love to lie and deflect, lie and deflect, and be super delusional. That's what the Michigan fans, man. They're emotional. Their opinions is based off their emotions. Like the fact that these guys literally is really like, oh, Ohio State national championship don't matter. They couldn't beat us. Like, bro, y'all trying to include yourself a part of something that y'all had nothing to do with. Nothing to do with.
I said something to somebody the other day. This combo kind of spiraled into some Michigan hate for us, but it is what it is. We're gonna leave it where it got. Um, oh boy said the little, you lost 2 games, it don't matter. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have that comment. But I can promise you one thing about the Ohio State University that is different than y'all over there at the Little House. We are not finna defend our national championship from the house. We are not finna have 5 losses on the season. whether we lose to our rival or not, we are not going to have 5 losses off a national championship. That's not the case. So,
Facts.
like, y'all should probably just quit trying to hate. Just leave it where it is. Quit trying to include yourself. You were 6-5 and got a little fluke win. Congrats to you. We showed we were the best team in college football from that point on. It is what it is.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts, man. Yeah, so do I think we are the most hated team in college football? I don't. Can I say? I think it's between us. I say Bama. Georgia don't really get crazy hate, honestly. I don't see them getting hate, honestly.
I can
I say
almost
mainly
see them being
us,
like America's team.
Bama.
Everybody liked it. Is all right with Georgia.
I don't really Notre Dame don't really get no hate. People really don't be checking for Notre Dame, honestly, that much, honestly. I'm trying to
I
think
think
of a
that they're
third
top
team.
3. Who?
I'm trying to think of a third team. Hmm. I
Florida.
can't think of a. I can't even. Would it say Florida? Nah. I don't, because they down. They've been down bad since shit Urban was there.
Clemson. I mean, their hate's starting to fall off, but it could be there.
Yeah, it ain't as it ain't as crazy as it was beforehand because that Dabo was not looking so great up there in Clemson so much, but you say Ohio State and Alabama. I can't really think of anybody else honestly that gets strong hate in college football. Like strong, like real live strong. You want to add Georgia in there? You can add Georgia in there because they won. But moving on, let's go ahead and get to the next subject, man. Spring ball update, man. This spring ball update. I've been hearing about Logan George, the Idaho
Idaho
State
State.
transfer, man, from the edge rusher, man, from Idaho State. I've been hearing that about him a lot. That he's been looking pretty good in spring camp so far, and they're really high on him. And they're pretty much putting him like he's been running with the tools along with C.J. Hicks. C.J. Hicks running with the tools as well. But they said like he's most likely going to be like the third guy for us edge rushers, behind Cade and Kenyatta. And CJ is still a work in progress. He's still learning the position right now. But they said CJ's he's looking nice. You know what I'm saying? From what I seen, he look nice too. You know what I'm saying? For from what I see. And they said that the ceiling for CJ Hicks on the edge is off the charts. But they said they definitely like what they're seeing from Logan George, and they think Logan George they're going to use him in a lot of different ways this year, and they're going to be um Logan Logan George is a guy that they're really expecting to compete and end up being a guy that produce what I'm saying for the defense this year for sure, man. What you think about that?
I definitely seen the same update. I'm high on Cade Curry. You know that. Have been. Will remain that. Kenyatta is obviously Kenyatta. I just I don't really know the George dude. I did, you know what I'm saying? I got that Bucknuts forums or whatever. I definitely see like that they're talking about the George dude from Idaho State. I think that it's like almost by I just want CJ Hicks to be a player so bad. Like I know he's a player, but like I want him to be a productive Buckeye. Like
Right,
that was like what started my recruiting love. You know what I'm saying? Like going to watch him because he was so close to the house. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
I don't know. He's my first 5 star. You know what I'm saying? Like he's my.
right.
I don't
Right,
know.
he's the hometown guy. It's just like you want to
Yeah,
see him do. you want to see him do well and be successful and get his chance. I mean, I think he will get his chance this year. It's just him learning the position. It's still early. I
Yeah,
think once he
he
get
on
around
day 5
spring,
at this position.
preseason,
He
when he
on
gets
day
to
5.
preseason camp, he'll be ready, man. He gonna be all the way ready.
Yeah, exactly. Like
He'll
you
be
said,
ready
he on day 5.
because he don't have to think so much playing on being on the edge.
Yeah, contain or
Just
blitz, either
make
way.
sure you
2
could make
options.
sure you contain, you contain your position. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you contain, but he don't have to think so much as far as him being, at linebacker where you have to do a lot of thinking as far as, pass, run, this coverage, this route tree, this guy being on this route tree and
No,
stuff like there's so much that they
absolutely.
can cover. You know what I mean? So I think CJ is definitely going to benefit on the defensive side. Um, Interesting thing, like I said, I mentioned it last week in the pod that they got Malik Hartford right now. Like is really that safety position is really being a real competition between Malik Hartford and Jalen McClain.
It kind of
Malik
makes me
Hartford, he's
question if,
been in
yeah,
first team reps.
I,
What?
it makes me question if something was maybe wrong with oh dang, I just blanked out on his name.
Jalen McClain?
No, Jalen McClain played last year for
Talking about Malik Hartford?
yes, Malik Hartford started his. I mean, he didn't start, but he got a lot of playing time his freshman year. So for me, for last year to happen like that, and then this year to come around and they're saying he's the one getting the number 1 reps, was something not right with him last year that we weren't really made aware of or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get playing time on an elite on a team with, you know what I'm saying, and then lose it and then get it back the next year without it? I want to know what changed, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I know I heard Malik Hartford was banged up a little bit last year. I don't know how significant it was, but it is definitely different to see that he's taking first team reps ahead of Jalen. I know it's early, but that competition is heating up, and that's going to be a real interesting competition
Yeah.
for us who gets that position, man. And you just gotta trust Tim Walton and Matt G on the
And
decision on that decision for us, whoever they pick. I mean,
OG
I
Walton
think they both can
trust.
play. You can rotate both of them too. By all means, you can rotate those guys as well.
They will.
Yeah,
They will.
that most likely would. I mean, the thing is, like I always say, with this run in college football, you trying to run and make a national championship run, you got to have that. You got to be three deep. You got to be two,
Right.
three deep for sure now. Like it
Absolutely.
ain't ain't no discussion in that now. Like you have to be two, three deep now. And Ohio State, they know that they have to, and they're gonna make sure of it. Like they're gonna make sure that they be two, three deep. I mean, this is a very young, inexperienced team in a lot of different positions, but they're very athletic and talented in all positions, honestly. In all positions. And
Right.
I'm just really excited just to see how this team is going to look just coming up, bro. Because
Yeah.
this team,
On paper, it should be an elite team without
I
any biasness to it. On paper,
our schedule
there's not
is
really like a weakness. Our schedule's kind of weak, to be honest. We don't. We play Penn State at home. We play Texas at home. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have any hard away games. I mean,
nah, bro. Some
going
of them
to.
Big Ten,
I'm
some of them Big Ten
trying to
games,
get. I was trying to get there.
sneaky.
I was gonna say we got to go to the little house. We got to go to what? We got to go to Washington, um, and I think Minnesota. But I'm saying, like, bro, I'm telling you, my opinion, based on the schedule, there's no reason we don't potentially make. I mean, I'm not even gonna say potentially. I think we should be able to make TB happy this year and go win us a Big Ten title because I don't think that our schedule is prepared for the team that is about to produce. I think that the team that we have is about to be elite. I do. Like like we've said, the offensive line just got to go through what, three SEC teams? No, two SEC teams, Notre Dame and Oregon. Playing, I mean, that's all elite defensive lines. So, you know what I'm saying? So, we got a lot of depth at that position now with the transfers in. Like we said, we think we got the best tight end room. We know we got the best wide receiver room. The next conversation's coming. We got potentially 3 to 4 running backs that could torch people on any given play. Uh, yeah, the defense, though we lost a lot of starters on the line, like the people that they're putting in, we're already getting playing time with those guys. So like we're not really like missing a beat there. I I think it's crazy to say this. I think that somehow we're even better at linebacker now, but you know what I'm saying?
It's upgraded.
Yeah,
Just
like
tell it.
and that's wild, you know what I'm saying? I mean, basically Sonny upgraded himself throughout the season and then, you know, I think he had elevated himself above Cody, so now replacing early season him with Reese instead of, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it definitely has upgraded itself if some of the freshmen get playing time. The DBs, I mean, Iggy back, so he leading the room, but like there's a lot of young talent in that DB room that people don't really even, unless you're like real Buckeyes or like real recruit followers like yourself or me, like you don't really know the DB room might be even better, and we just lost like 4 5th-year players. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thanks.
and you got Caleb Downs running the whole thing, so it's like, well, this team on paper might be better than the team that just won the national championship in some ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, if JS10 end up even half of what everybody is saying, I don't see any reason we don't at least make the Final Four. If not,
Facts,
you
facts.
know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty definitely excited. I probably won't get season tickets this year. I definitely probably just want to go to 2 home games. Then I'm considering going to the Little House and see if I survive.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm excited. I say, of course, with this team running back position. Well, we was talking about can Bo Jackson make a push for RB2? Not even just RB3. Can he make a RB2 push?
Um, I'm gonna be honest, and this is like my real take on it. We obviously, in my opinion, know who RB1 is. Um, unless we get told CJ Donaldson transfers in the spring portal, I don't think that there's much chance that anybody else gets RB2 based on like, why would that man transfer here from being RB1 at West Virginia to be a backup? I mean, he at least expects like a Henderson, Quinshawn Junkins type of role situation going, you know. So like if we revisited this conversation after the spring portal happens, if dude happens to leave, the answer for me probably changes to yes, because Buckeye hater of the week is T-Matt, like always when I talk about this man, but I don't think Sam William Dixon I think he should have been put at the bottom of the depth chart. He should have to earn his spot.
Facts,
I
bro.
don't think he should be number 3 on the list right now. So in my opinion, your question was could he be 2 or 3? I think he should already be running back 3, in my opinion. But I don't really, as much as I like him and I loved his film, I just don't see him. James People was RB1 without question, and I just don't see CJ Donaldson transferring here if he wasn't basically told that he was going to be running back 2 or 1 or share 1A, 1B. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
we envision what we just had with you and James Peoples. You know what I'm saying? So I guess if you want to consider them 1A, 1B, then maybe he could be running back too. But in my opinion, at this point, he ends up 3 or 4. But
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
eyes, he's running back 3 because Sam Williams Dixon's got to win my love back.
bruh. Hey, man, you ain't the only one, bro. I promise you, you ain't the only one. But that was crazy.
Well,
That was great. I flipped my camera. So, me personally, man, I think Bo Jackson he definitely got like a chance to make at least definitely a RB3 run. Because that RB3, I think that position it's up in the air right now for real. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, like,
facts.
this was true. So I think the RB3 position is up in the air right now currently. I mean, with Bo Jackson and like Sam Williams, I think he does have to earn the coach's trust. He has that position right now only due to
Hey,
the fact that he
he
played
got
last
some
year.
gall behind him at the very least, audacity, whatever you want to call it, balls, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want. But like to come back in that room and try to like re-find your place like that, that takes some.
You gotta earn the
Take,
trust. You gotta earn
no, but
trust
like
back.
just to like show up. You know what I'm saying? Like after you did that, you left us hanging mid natty run. You know what I'm saying? Like there's got to be a little bit of animosity between. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm saying how I personally feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Facts,
If
facts,
I was in
bro.
that room, it would take somebody with some guts to pull back in there after dipping out on us. So that I give him
Facts.
some respect for that.
Okay. So we can get to the 2026 recruiting update real quick, man, for real, because I damn sure ain't did these notes and did my research for nothing.
Me neither. Hey, and we don't no disrespect to any of my other podcast hosts, but ain't nobody real recruit guys like me and you. They getting there. They getting there, and we are. I'm proud of them, but we can do it without
Man,
them. This is our area, anyways.
this is my favorite part for real. So, of course, today, like I said before, we had Sam Greer and Tucker Smith commit to us, two tackles. And we're going to talk about another tackle, Tommy Toffee from Archbishop Riordan. It's basically San Francisco, California, pretty much.
Yeah,
2026 tackle. He's a four-star guy. He plays D tackle as well on defense. And he has a visit set for June
yep.
20th. His top five: Ohio State, Tennessee, Oregon, Cal, UCLA. So kind of different. The Tennessee one, not surprised a little bit because Tennessee been throwing like these big bags to these offensive linemen, these kids at high school. But he's a Cali guy, so I mean, of course, the Cali schools is kind of more the thing I'm leaning more so in a sense. But
Man.
I'm seeing some high interest with Ohio State with him though a little bit
No,
too though.
this is another shout out to T Bone where you're just blowing my mind, and this is like, Tommy Topi. I just think he has a cool name. If I'm saying it wrong, I think Tofi's cool. I'm gonna call you that probably if you ever become a Buckeye. But well, before Tyler Bowen was our coach, we weren't as high on his list, and now we're like, if you look at both recruiting sites, it has Ohio State at the top of his list. So I mean, there's no crystal ball yet, but at this point, like I'm just saying, T Bone is definitely making some waves. People want to play for him. You know what I'm saying? At Ohio State, Uh, yeah, I think that I was reading some of the, on the Bucknuts thing, a couple of the shout out Bucknuts always. I was reading some of the things on his thing on there, and there's a lot of people comparing him to that Panay Sewell dude that plays for Detroit now. I think he went to, I want to say Oregon, but I might be wrong. No,
Yeah, man, Oregon.
Washington.
Yeah,
Oh, where?
Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
So
this guy Tommy Toffey, he's 6'6", 320.
big
Watching
dude.
this film, he's definitely athletic. He's
Man,
definitely athletic. I will say for sure.
yeah, and not to interrupt you, but like I told you in the group chat, something that's like really confusing me about rankings recently. All these cats that we've talked about recently are all playing tackle, but they're all ranked as interior O linemen.
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah.
Him, Micah
The
Smith,
reason
Tucker
being,
Smith, all of them.
because it's giving them basically a versatile look for the coaches, pretty much. Like I
Yeah.
said, like this guy Tommy Toffey, I don't know how he would play. Like he's 6'6". You don't really see too many like
6'6"
tall, like 6'6" guards
guards. Yeah.
per se. So it's kind of iffy. Like right now, this is how I'm looking at like the line that we got so far. So who's gonna play center? Somebody we got to get us a center.
Who
Like I was thinking about this O line like a little bit because
So you're saying
you got
Hinsman will
Maxwell
be
Riley, you got Max.
Hinsman will be gone. What about we got that Padilla dude, and he's only like
I'm just saying specific for us this 2026 class. You already got Maxwell Riley, which is he's most likely gonna be a guard. You got Tucker Smith, which is he's most likely a guy that gonna have to move into the inside because he don't have the footwork to play tackle. So he'll be a guard, maybe, maybe center, maybe, possibly. Of course, Sam Greer tackle for sure a tackle. 6'7" athlete tackle. That time we get
tackle.
to him with Mickey Marotti, and Sam Greer's in the system for about 2, 3 years. That's a future. That's a franchise tackle, pretty much right there.
Right.
And no, this guy Tofi is Tofi better than Micah Smith? I like
Mm,
Micah Smith a little bit better. I like Tofi. Don't get me wrong. I like Tommy Tofi, but I like Micah Smith a little better. I like him a little better. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know. I think they're both pretty similar players. But who you got next?
Okay, so next, Messiah Hampton from James Monroe, New York, out of Rochester, New York, pretty much. 2026 class, 6'1", 187 pounds, four-star wide receiver. He has a visit June 6th with us. His top five: Ohio State, USC, Oregon, Miami, Penn State. Um, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Kind of comparison to me because I don't like to get too many comparison on these high school kids coming out of high school for real. But just a light comparison for him. I'm saying a light comparison because I don't want people to get me wrong when I say this. He reminds me of Ted Ginn a little bit, as far as like his long strides.
No, I could buy that. I was trying to see where you're taking it, but then I start thinking of watching his highlights and seeing him run, and I definitely can see what you're saying. Um,
Bro,
for
I
me,
seen 4 punt returns for tutties from
yeah,
this guy, like early in his footage. And I was watching,
and
I'm
he
like,
took a lot of screens to the house.
a lot of
I
bubble
watched his
screens.
I watched his sophomore year and his junior year highlights because his junior year highlights impressed me. I don't know if you watched both, but he actually was better his sophomore year. He had like 13 touchdowns compared to 8. Um, man, respect to Messiah, but like he probably should he probably should pick one of the other schools. I just don't. I don't know that he would, unless he's trying to come here and do punt return. I don't know, bro. I just think of the people like that we know are probably coming. You know, you got Quincy Porter coming right now, and Miley. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that are going to be here for at least the next 2 to 3 years, and then I. I just have a hard time seeing playing time for him right now.
Yeah,
I
I
think we
mean,
got players
this
on
is
our
the
team
thing.
right now that'll never see the field if they don't transfer. And I
Oh
like him.
yeah,
Bodge Penn is nasty. I've seen him live.
yeah.
I don't think he'll
I
ever
mean,
see
right
the
now with
field.
him, I could say with him right now, I could say like I don't think like a lot of these kids that's wide receivers because I was thinking about this a little bit earlier. I don't think a lot of these kids coming in like is automatically thinking like, oh, I'm going to have like a Jeremiah Smith type year out the gate. I
Right.
think it's more so they're thinking like I can come here, develop, get better, play myself into a role, maybe end of mid or end of year two or
Right.
year three for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like because I think what the thing is with Ohio State, one thing that they do for us recruiting, they're honest with their kids. They're honest with these kids. So like similar like Tavion St. Clair, they already done told Tavion, yo, Julian, we got Julian here. He's gonna probably be our guy for 2 years. Year three, you're gonna be our guy. So be
Get ready.
ready. Be ready. So like they're very honest with the guys as far as their position and what they project and what they're hopeful for them to do. But it's all up for them to put the work in and do it. And I think far as in particular, far as a guy like Messiah Hampton, he's a guy that's like he's very raw, like he very raw talent. It's the competition that he playing solid. Eh, maybe not, maybe not, but he's a development guy that you can work with and build to where he can mess around and be a monster year two, year three. If he's a guy, it depends what he wants. I mean, it looks like he's very high on Ohio State. I can say that for sure. So
Hmm.
it depends what he wants. Like if he's a guy that do I want to go somewhere where I can start early, or do I want to go somewhere where I can develop? I can go to Ohio State and I can probably try to play myself into being a draft pick and going to the NFL for sure. So it's just depending on what he wants, but he definitely reminds me of Ted Ginn of his style of play, as far as the bubble screens, the punt returns and kick returns, and um, just the 50-50 catches that he has. Like I think he's an amazing
I
player
like
for
this
sure. I
film. I'm
like
not. Yeah, I'm not hating on dude at all.
for sure. 21 tutties and 1,900 all-purpose yards for him from this last year.
No, that's
So
from
great.
both. That's for his whole career, I believe.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, I got
all right.
both seasons written
As a
down
whole for
anyway.
both seasons, yeah. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, for sure. Because you said you matched up with the tutties. Okay, so next up, CJ Sibley, man. Buford High School, Buford, Georgia, 2026
Man,
linebacker,
no star.
four-star guy.
Where you see 4 star? I had to,
I well,
we're gonna have to
I had to
conversate
go
after
to.
the show, so we're looking at the
I
same
went to.
sites
I went
because
to his. I went on to his Twitter.
I say on three he has him as no stars. It says not
Yeah. Oh,
available.
yeah. On 24/7, they have it no stars on there. They don't have much information at all for him on there,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird, bro. So I had to go and had to do a little deep research and going on this Twitter and going on his IG and everything a little bit and just kind of seeing his motion a little bit on there. 6'2", 195 pounds. He Bill Kerlick said that he's that CJ said that he plans to visit in June, but he hasn't set any visits yet. he hasn't set any visits with any schools yet, to be honest. But it's some stuff that stood out to me that I seen from him. On his Twitter account, you know how the players they announce this team then offer me this team then offer me and stuff such and such. Well, on his Twitter, he has Ohio State like hit the Ohio State offer pinned to his account, and it's kind of and then I was looking at his Instagram, and he put up a story today. And on his Instagram story, it was a picture of Edric Houston in the picture that Ohio State that they was showing from from the practice earlier or whatever. So but interesting thing that I seen though on three that they was linking him to Auburn.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be
And
honest. Like in my research, I found like that he's had an offer from Ohio State since December of 23, and has never taken a visit here. Basically, both recruiting sites have his top five as Auburn, Baylor, Colorado, ECU, and Florida. To me, I mean, I love the whole. I just think it's Auburn. At the end of the day, he must be an Auburn fan or something. Because respectfully, you don't have an offer from Ohio State for going on 2 years, and you ain't even said
it's the
nothing.
bag. It
Yeah,
gotta be the bag. This is what really
I gotta
confusing
find
me.
you.
Like,
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I have will not be a Buckeye written next to his name. If I'm being honest.
I mean, he's a versatile linebacker. He's
No,
relentless
absolutely.
out there on the
Great
field.
film. I loved his film. You
Like
go to
I love
Buford,
his
he played
film.
top talent. You know what I'm saying? He definitely nasty. I just, in my opinion, I've said this about someone else we talked about the other day, but that was more the LSU vibe. But at the end of the day, if you've had an offer from the Buckeyes for almost 2 years and you ain't even visited like once, I have a feeling you're probably not coming. That's just my personal belief on that, I
Right.
guess.
Yeah, bro. I mean, honestly, I think we'll get Tyler Atkinson before we get him. Being real, like I
Hmm.
think we'll get Tyler Atkinson before him. Like Tyler Atkinson, he's kind of really like kind of picking mainly between Georgia and Ohio State mainly right now. But no, Sibley, he don't even have a list of teams of like who's going to be you know his top five. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't even have visits set up, so he's kind of still like in the early stages as far as his recruitment, and
Yeah.
his recruitment is going to carry out a little bit longer. And I just I like the kid. I just the thing is one thing I'm already thinking about the linebacker class is you got Storm Miller, another Ohio kid that's most likely they offered him already. He's a kid that you can see probably committing. Sincere Johnson, a kid at linebacker that we're very high on. He's one of the top five linebackers right now in the country, and from Glenville. I, that guy, he's already crystal ball to Ohio State.
He a
So,
Buckeye, bro.
I mean, Sincere is most definitely a Buckeye. I think this is a class where we may take three linebackers,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you've said that before.
yeah, but I think Tyler Atkinson is like top as far as the board. Like they're putting all like James and Ryan is putting all their chips at the table for him for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's going to come down to that NIL package with Tyler Atkinson,
Absolutely. Agreed again.
and I think this Storm Miller, I'm not no crazy about him. He's kind of like I like Eli Lee. I actually like Eli Lee, but
Yeah.
Storm Miller kind of remind me of Garrett Stover, which is Garrett Stover may be a guy that may be on his way out this year. I mean,
No,
but we'll see.
I mean, respectfully. Yeah, but we thought that about Cade, and now he plays tight end for the Houston Texans. So, anyways,
Okay, so the
Keyshawn,
last one,
um,
Keyshawn Caesar, man, from Southeast Raleigh, North
Impressive for a three.
Carolina, man.
Impressive for
Um,
a 3-star, brother. Impressive for a
2026
3-star.
class. I mean, they say he's 6'5". He look like he's 6'6" to me. I ain't gonna lie. He looks 6'6". I mean,
He
he has
did.
his 6'5" on his profile, so I'm gonna just say 6'5". But 6'5", 205. Um, they have him as a 3-star. I know on his Twitter account he has himself as a 4-star on there. But I'm looking at on three and
Yeah,
looking at 24/7. They both had him as a 3-star guy. But
absolutely.
he has some great offers though. I can't lie. He has some great offers.
Yeah.
He's an edge guy, outside linebacker slash outside linebacker. You see him out there dropping back in coverage and stuff, playing linebacker out there. If you're watching some of his footage, he has a visit with Ohio State June 13th. His top schools right now currently is Virginia Tech, Ohio State, of course, North Carolina, Penn State, Georgia Tech, and Stanford. Um, V Tech is the top school right now in the running.
Yeah.
One thing that brought my attention, that I noticed that he has a 4.3 GPA. So he's a very, very intelligent kid.
Well,
And
if he
I'm looking
is, then
at the
he'll
list.
be committing to the Ohio State University.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the schools. These is all like great academic
No,
schools that he's
absolutely.
looking at. So I'm looking at like he's definitely a guy that's leaning on academics for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that really caught my mind about that. As far as that, I'm like 4.3 GPA. And I'm looking at the list of schools. I'm like, how would Virginia Tech get this kid? Like how? Like
Right.
Ohio State? Like it's no way. Like we don't have no edge rushers so far in this class in 2026. So like he's a need at this point.
Right.
And this kid, like he's small, but it ain't nothing like I said for Mickey Marotti to get these kids together. So just looking at his stats, the guy, did you get his stats down?
Mhm.
Oh, so he had 81 total tackles this past year, his junior season. 44 solo, 37 assisted tackles, 21 tackles for loss,
Damn.
13 and a half sacks, 18 hurries, and he had one interception as well.
They must not have offensive linemen in North Carolina.
Bro, he's very relentless. He's physical. He's
Facts.
all over the field. He covers pretty decent. He plays the boundary very well. Like far as containing and staying in position, that's one thing I mainly noticed. Like in his acceleration, like his burst off the line, like
Absolutely. You know,
like he
every
has
week,
great IQ.
yeah. You know, every week I've been showing you and saying that I put my little star by the one that I want, and I'm being honest. Kishan got it this time. I don't care that he's a 3-star, 42nd in the nation. It is what it is. I watched his sophomore year film, and then I found his junior year film, and you know what I'm saying. I think that he can become elite, and like you said, like I'm gonna say it like this: he give me like a Chase Young vibe, like how he's so relentless to the ball. But like, think about like you said, he's 6'6", but he's also kind of small, like body stature wise. So is Chase Young when he got to Ohio State. He looked like the damn predator by the
Right.
time he left. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
this kid could become elite if he came into our lifting program and our system. I'm gonna be honest. He's gonna do that at just about anywhere because he's gonna be growing as a. It's weird to say this, but like a young boy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He growing into becoming a
Facts.
man. You know what I'm saying? So man, that dude could become a monster. He's got the drive and the ability, but like you put the size on him at an elite college program, and that kid's gonna be good. That kid's gonna be. I was impressed,
Man, bro,
but
like it what caught me too was like I see his IQ, how his
yeah.
mind works,
His
far
film
as
was
like
nice, dude.
when he's about to pat when the quarterback's about to pass, he's not there to get the sack, he's automatically jumping up to bat the ball
Absolutely.
down. Like he's trying to make a play at all costs. And I seen him run down plays too. Like he's running down on plays where the play is down the field and he's running players down the field, man. So I'm very impressed with this kid,
Yeah.
Keyshawn the Leaser, man, for sure, man. Definitely, like you said, as far as a star on this name to get, we need edge rushers for this class badly. He is a
Right.
major guy that we need to get, and I think it's a chance we can get him because
Yeah.
I mean, if he, I don't think NIL is more important in this one. Like I said, that academic aspect, for us, his GPA, and looking at his school, his list of schools that he's visiting, he's definitely looking at the academics for sure.
Right.
And I mean,
Right.
Ohio State, we're one of the best schools with academics. So it's
Right.
like, you know, it's a shoe in. You be able to develop. If you want to go to the league, you can go to the league. If you want to
Yeah.
go to school or whatever, you can do that too. So we
Right.
got it all for you.
I agree. You want to save the other subjects for when we got the other guys?
Yeah, we can save the other one, but we can do the Buckeye hater of the week if you want to do
Oh
that real
yeah,
quick.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, my Buckeye hater of the week. It's like my thing I do. Cam definitely in support of this. This week is kind of personal for me. I'm gonna call out Sean King from Ultimate Cleveland Sports, another big podcast up in Cleveland. But I just feel like your opinion on Will Howard was a little outlandish. I'm trying not to cuss because I don't. That's what I've been asked to do. But boy, you tripping, brother. I mean, I'm gonna respect that you don't think he's a first round pick, and I'm gonna take it like that. But like, uh, say that he's a sixth or seventh round or undrafted quarterback, I feel like it's just pure Buckeye hate, and you just being a hater. You're just being a hater,
Oh,
and I
I
don't get it
totally
because
disagree with that.
you don't know. It hurts me because you an Ohio podcast. It hurts me to even hate on another Ohio podcast, but you was
Oh, so
disrespectful.
is he work? I don't think he works for the. He was just interviewing on there.
I'm not 100%
I
certain.
because this is the thing. I see Sean King going. You familiar with Coach JB from
Yes,
Netflix? Yeah.
absolutely.
So I'll be watching him on YouTube and stuff on his channel, and Sean King pops up on there from time to time, and he be giving his takes about
Yeah, that was a terrible
certain
take.
topics
It's
they be
every
talking
way.
on
I thought
there.
he was from that
But this
show.
take, yeah, I wasn't crazy about this take. Like I understand the fact that like yeah, okay, Will's not a first round guy, but for you to just be like, oh, he's a guy that should be like sixth, seventh round or undrafted, that's crazy. But
Yeah,
then I did hear him say like Will is a guy that he think that could be like a good backup, like a good solid backup, 5, 10 years, have a career, as a backup in the league, making great money as a backup. So I mean, no, I didn't.
man.
I
Listen,
didn't take too much into
yeah,
it,
nah.
but then you double down. Like it's like this is what I hated about it. Is like you would say something like that where you'd be like, "Oh, I think he'll be a good career backup." No, he's not a first round guy. He's like a second. Uh, and then he'd be like, "Well, the play with JJ, it took him late to throw the ball down the field and get the ball down to him." Like,
Yeah,
like
he
he said there,
he
like
reaching.
he
He
really got
reaching
a
to look.
he
Yeah.
nitpick with that shit. He nitpick with him bad.
Nah, and let's keep it a buck. When we came up with this idea, it was like near the Michigan game, and there was a lot of Buckeye haters going on, and we kind of fumbled the ball on a couple podcasts trying to put it out. So then we're in a moment right now. We're like, we coming off the national championship. We got 17 dudes that could potentially get drafted or get contracts, and or practice squad invites, rookie camp invites, whatever you want to call it. There's not really a lot of hate going on, so we gotta find someone that's being a little bit.
They keeping it cool, man. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
keep
gotta
my
find
eyes
somebody that's
open.
kind of
I'm gonna keep
kind
my
of
eyes open, man, because it do be hate.
yeah.
And like I gotta check the message boards. That's where it be at. I gotta check the message boards, man, for next
Hey,
week. Cause it do be hate. It be hate all the time. Like I be in these college, we be in the college football groups on Facebook and stuff.
absolutely.
Like these cats be crazy in this group. It's been light a little bit because it's the off season, so everybody ain't talking so much football, like what I'm
Yeah,
saying, college
not like
football,
us.
because it's the off season. We talking about it 24/7
Facts.
throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
I'm excited for this season, though, man.
yeah.
And
Let me hop this closing statement real
what?
quick. Shout out. You know, last week we shouted out the Buckeyes wrestling team. Shout out Jesse Mendez, back to back national champions. Let's go get number 3 next year. Shout out to D'Amelio. He got 4th place. Better luck to all the other cats or the seniors. Good luck to you in your life. But 6th place as a team. Shout out to the Buckeyes. I don't know if the girls are
Man,
still in
hey,
it, but shout out to the
yeah,
girls basketball team too.
the Ladybugs. I was about to mention them. They lost this past weekend in the tournament, so they out of it. Oh, I will say, basketball. Gabe Cups, guy that played basketball, a former Indiana
Okay,
player,
kid from
played
Indiana.
basketball with Bronny and AAU.
Yeah,
Yeah, he Centerville kid. He just committed to Ohio State today with basketball, man.
yeah.
First transfer portal guy for Ohio State, man. So salute to Ohio State, man. Hopefully the basketball team can get this together because it's been looking
Shout out
bad, man.
shout out
I
TB
would
watching.
cover
We miss
I
you,
would
brother.
cover I would cover the basketball team, but I'm telling you, the way it's looking, it ain't worth the cover.
Man, if they can get good, I could get us some good little interviews for the basketball. We'll get Jamar on here. But I'm out, bro. Shout out to
Yeah,
the
man.
Buckeyes.
You already know,
OH, you
man.
know what it is.
You already know the vibes, man. You already know the vibes, brother.
Later,
For
my guy.
sure. Yeah. So you already know, peoples. Buckeye Steppers podcast every Wednesday, man. You know what I'm saying? We had to cook up a little bit. A couple guys, they was busy with some things tonight, but we still cooked up, a nice episode. But we'll be back this next Wednesday for sure. Subscribe to Candidate Network on YouTube. Make sure you like and comment on this video because we're gonna drop this immediately after we get off of here. So you already know the vibes, man. Buckeye Steppers podcast every Wednesday. Make sure you follow Buckeye Steppers on IG and Facebook too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Dropping content over there as well for the guys. So you already know.